Welcome to SwitchCorner, my name is Alex and today we're going to be taking a look at my favourite deals coming in under $10 or your local currency, covering the US, Canada, UK, EU and Australia. Now a fair few hidden gems this week, so hit subscribe. We're about to hit 40,000 subscribers, so thank you all so much and help us out if you can. I drop reviews and deals near daily here on the channel, and let's get started. Before we do kick this off then, I have been out sick for the last few days. I know the channel has been a bit quieter compared to normal. Hopefully we'll get back into the swing of things so early next week now. Definitely feeling better, but I'm definitely going to be talking just a little bit slower than maybe normal in this video today. I just need to put a bit more, effort into breathing over what I would typically be doing. Then remember to head to cornershop.gg for those official Nintendo Switch eShop gift cards. They do have instant delivery. If you use code CORNER at checkout as well, you'll be receiving 10% off, and the channel of course gets a small kickback there, so everybody wins. I've linked that in the pinned comment down below. 15-ish games for you this week then, starting with Chaos Code New Sign of Catastrophe, a relatively lesser known fighter on the Nintendo Switch. Published by Arc System Works, so it released to little fanfare at a budget price point, but it's a solid experience with a deep combat system. It's packing then 16 different fighters, a minimal story kind of mode, as well as modes like mission and survival. I think the main reason for this one being lesser known though, it's the lack of online multiplayer. It's local only, so do bear that in mind if you do decide to pick it up. I reviewed it though, find that video in the pinned comment down below, and it's a new low price, 33% off. Don't Starve then returns, matching the low price with 75% off, and it's a fantastic survival experience. I got to thinking about it because recently I've been playing the standalone co-op follow-up Don't Starve Together. This original release, so great time, challenging but definitely great. Here though we're taking on the role of Wilson, and we've been trapped by a demon and transferred to what is this kind of wilderness location. Think though here a whole host of creatures threaten your life, the opportunity to of course starve, a darkness you probably shouldn't investigate, and yeah, just a whole host of items and biomes to explore. This Nintendo Switch edition then, it packs in the expansions Reign of Giants and Shipwrecked as well. Think here though oceanic exploration, new characters, seasons, creatures and biomes. While I'm on the challenging then Alex Kidd in Miracle World DX. Now it's a retro platformer that got a modern makeover, but at its core it's still one of the harder action platformers out there. Definitely won't be for everyone honestly, but yeah, the boss moments are often brutal, the platforming is great fun, and I still love the world design. Loved it back in the day basically, and still do. If those new visuals though don't do it for you, you can revert back to the old school, and the same thing goes for the audio as well. It's a new low price then, 60% off, and you can find my full video review in the pinned comment down below. Evergate then was an underappreciated gem at release. It's somewhat a Twitch platformer in the style of Super Meat Boy, but quite a bit more forgiving. In fact, I'd go as far as saying it would be a good entry point to the genre if you like the idea of it, the quick reflexes, but with a more calm vibe to it all. The idea though, traverse the afterlife and follow the story of two spirits. Along the way though, you'll be using what's called the Soul Flame mechanic. It allows you to slow down time and use a slew of different powers. Looks stunning visually this one, and the sound is just as impressive. It's a new low price then, 50% off, and that in my eyes an absolute steal. Tales of Vesperia then, I'll keep this quick. We spoke to it recently when it went sub $10 for the first time. One of the best RPGs on the Nintendo Switch, and that deal it is now back for the second time, so I just wanted to give it a quick mention. That is 80% off. It was released though for the 10th anniversary, and it's just amazing how well it stood the test of time. It's got this story set around basically ancient technology. Olija then is a release from Devolver Digital, and it gets a new low price for those in the UK, EU and Australia with 80% off. Now, I spent my day today playing the new Trek to Yomi from Devolver, so it definitely got me thinking about their library of games. This one, not the longest of experiences, but it's the idea you get shipwrecked in a mystical world. You need to escape now with your crew. You're assisted by what is a mystical spear. So yeah, that story, it just had me intrigued from the opening moments, and for pixel work as well, the animation here, it is absolutely stunning. I've linked my full review in the pinned comment down below, and for those that don't know, I also have Xbox Corner and PlayStation Corner. I've linked those in the pinned comment as well. I actually reviewed Trek to Yomi today on Xbox Corner, so maybe check it out. My pickup then, a Turnip Boy Commits Tax Evasion. I actually already have this one in the library, but it's in the backlog. And yeah, I wanted to feature it as my pickup just because I haven't really experienced enough of it, but I know a fair few out there, they were interested in this particular release. Now it's here rocking a new low with 50% off. It's often called a Zelda-like adventure, though of course with a much stranger sense of humour. The story though, you are a menace to society, you've evaded paying taxes, but that has caught up to you. Now you're on this epic adventure to pay them back. If you've played it, let everyone know what it's like in the comments down below. A couple of quick mentions here then, as these are a little more, let's say, niche, but first, Arcade Spirits. This will be for the visual novel fans out there. It's got a new low price here, 60% off. Now, I reviewed it on the channel, actually really enjoyed it. It's the story of you being a new employee at the local arcade. It actually has a sequel coming out though later this month, so this now may be worth your time. And then we also have Monster Energy Supercross 3. Now, I reviewed all entries on the Switch of this series, and this was the best for me from a gameplay perspective, maybe not the visual side of things, so not an easy racer. Honestly, you'll need to practice, but I actually miss the releases now they are gone. They seem to be sticking to purely Xbox and PlayStation, just down to the power restrictions of the Switch. They want to take this series next gen, and we're not quite up to that point yet. It is a new low though, 85% off. GRIS then is another Devolver title with a UK, EU and Australian sale right now, and it's a new low price here, 75% off. Love this game, another bite-sized one, but few games can match the artistic direction of this world. I guess it's just stunning. If you pause this game, you could easily hang the image on your wall. An exploration adventure though, it's not challenging, but it is a fantastic story as you follow a young girl dealing with a painful life event. Neversong then is a hidden gem. I'd describe it as an action puzzle platformer. Now its story, it's out there, so I'm not going to give too much away, but here we awake from a coma. Our girlfriend is missing. Go investigate the screams from town, as well as try to understand the bizarre behaviour of the zombie grown-ups. That's the eShop description to hook you in, but expect here tons of enemies, bosses, a unique art style and audio as well. In fact, I played this one though at release, and I think it's a steal here for 80% off. This same dev, then they also made a game called Pinstripe, which was equally as great. Another returning deal then, or even bundle of deals here. It was a popular one a couple of months back. It's returning here with 80% off, and that is the Baldurs Gate 1 and 2 bundle, Planescape and Icewind bundle, and then Neverwinter Nights. It's 3 separate purchases on the eShop. That's each the pricing above that you see, but I picked them up a few months back, and look, sure, they're no question old school, both visually and in their gameplay, but these are solid ports with a ton of content packed in. Into the final 3 games then, starting with Monomals, and this was a gem that I didn't know a whole lot about at release. It's about as unique as they come though. The story, there's a DJ contest amongst animals, and you need to capture these, I guess, musical fish to make your beats. What it becomes is this almost think adventure platformer as you navigate these, I guess, courses, these mazes underwater, and you'll be solving environmental puzzles along the way. It's topped off then though with a musical creation tool, and it's actually pretty comprehensive. You can then share the music you make though online and get it rated. The one thing I will warn with that statement is I don't know how active the online community is. It's normally in rough shape for any game that's not a first party Nintendo release. It's a new low price then, 50% off. Our penultimate game of the video then, Astray, and this, it is a personal favourite. It's not all that well known, but it's a side-scrolling action platformer, pretty challenging as well, but you'll gain all sorts of unique abilities to help you advance. It's got a dash of stealth as well at times, just because it does demand, I guess, some patience to overcome its challenges and enemies. The story though, you are a life form of sorts, I guess. You awake in a lab, and it appears it's been overrun by all sorts of monsters. It's time to get out of here. The pixel work is stunning, as is the music, and it's matching the low price, 50% off. We really don't see this one on sale all that often either. Everhood then to close us out, and what a gem this game is. If you want to hear weird, you control a wooden doll whose arms have been stolen by a blue gnome. That tagline, it was enough to earn my cash, and I'm glad I went for it. It calls itself an unconventional adventure RPG, with one of the best and most out there casts though I've seen in a long time. I feel like Undertale fans will really get the appeal of this one. The gameplay though, then, it's all reinforced with a surprisingly fun musical combat style that's seriously engaging throughout, and it's got a 6 or so hour runtime. It's a new low price then, 33% off, and it's the first time we've ever seen this particular game under $10. And that is another week down. Will you be adding anything to the library this week or holding onto that cash? Remember then, if you are picking something up, consider checking out cornershop.gg and using code CORNER at checkout for 10% off. As I said, the channel gets a small kickback, you get a discount, everybody that way wins. With that then, like a shout out to the patrons of the channel who are going above and beyond to support SwitchCorner. It helps more than you know, so thank you all so much. Then hit subscribe if you love the Switch, as much as we all do here. Join our growing family, and I'll see you all on the next video. Thanks everyone.